Hello, welcome back to my channel. I am Kat Woods. What is the word of the year? If you have been following me on Facebook, I had posted recently, what is your word for 2019? Many of you had no idea what I was talking about or even referring to, so I'm making this video to kind of help you out. The word of the year is super easy. At January 1st, we all know we're supposed to pick these resolutions, something that we are supposed to focus on all year round, goals for ourselves. Many of the times we set ourselves up for failure way even before the month, ends up. So by the time February comes, we are super down on ourselves, just really hard on ourselves, and that's not a good way to start the year. That is a horrible way. So I don't recommend picking those resolutions. It never works out. At least for me, it doesn't. It may for you, it doesn't for me. So I pick a word, one single word to focus on all year round. It's super easy. Now, how do you go about picking one word? This can happen in an array of options. It can either happen while you're reading a verse. It doesn't even have to be something pertaining to the Bible. It can just be my word for 2018 was bloom. I wanted to bloom throughout 2018. The word before that was inspire. So I wanted to inspire everyone around me, family, friends, social media. So these can come out many different ways. For my inspire, I was literally just being inspired by other sisters, really sisters. I was being inspired from Pinterest and my sisters. So I was like, bam, that's the word. And you know in your soul because you get excited. You feel it. And it can happen, like I said, for many ways. Pray, ask the Lord, what do I need to focus on? What do I need to pay attention to? Maybe you need discipline. Maybe you need to focus on, disciplining yourself, and or maybe it's commitment. Maybe you need to commit yourself to either your family, focusing on your Bible reading, committing yourself to the Lord. It can be anything. So pray and ask Him, where does He want you to be guided? After prayer, keep your eyes open, your heart open, and your mind open, because this word can pop up and you can miss it. Even if you miss it, don't worry. He will definitely keep throwing little signs at you, throwing this word until you get this word. And you will get it. So you can pray about it, and you can I'll show you what you can do with it once you know what your word is. So you can, for many of us here, we are Bible readers, so we can obviously read the Bible, pick one out if a word just pops out to you. Faith, joy, all those are really common ones. A lot of people pick them. So that may be that easy. You may get it that fast, or it may be a little bit more deeper for you. So you can go to the back of your Bible. All Bibles should typically have a concordance to go to, and then just scroll through it page by page, keeping and just really thinking, power. Do I need to focus on power? No, not really. And just go through it. Praise. Do I need to praise? Do I need to focus on praising? Of course we need to praise, because, that's just something that we do. I know I praise all day, all the time. Even if I'm down, I make sure I remind myself, I gotta get up. So I really don't need to focus like that. I really don't need that. So I'll continue to go, and I'll continue to, ask the Lord. So what is Kat's word for 2019? How did I get it? I was in bed. No joke. I was literally in bed, and I wasn't stressed, because normally by now I would have my word already picked out in October. I would already know what my word is. Well, we're coming into December and I still have no idea. I don't know where I'm going to be guided to in 2019, so I wasn't worried about it, because I knew it will come. And it came right when I was getting ready to fall asleep. There was this peace, and I knew right when I was falling asleep, like it was his presence. Like I felt calm, I felt relaxed. Obviously we have the stress of holidays coming, the stress of bills, everything. But I still had this calming peace. So I knew his presence was right there with me. And right when before I fell asleep, presence. It's like I heard it, felt it, I knew. That's going to be my word for 2019. Presence. Just the Lord's presence. I'm going to be focusing on how and when do I feel it, obviously. How am I going to seek it out? How am I going to help others come to it, help others understand it? So that is my word, presence. And I hope it doesn't sound like presence. Well, no, it doesn't. Like not the gift presence. It's just like the presence of the Lord. So, so that's the way I'm getting it, or that's the word, the presence of the Lord. So that is how I'm picking it. There are a lot of Google options. I know a lot of people have been sending sisters to on Google, and there's apps you can go to picking the word of the year. So there's a lot of options. So if you don't know, go through your Bible. You can just read a normal book, and if a word keeps popping out at you and it's something you want to focus on, that may be your word. It may be something simple as joy. Maybe you've been down all year, really, really just in the dark, and you need joy and light in your life. Pick a word that's going to bring you out of it. Pick the opposite of what you've been feeling. Pick the opposite and challenge yourself. Just don't get something simple to where, oh, okay, I am feeling dark, so joy is going to be super easy. That's not going to be too easy for you because it's hard to be positive all the time. It really takes work. So once you do got what your word of the year is going to be, remind yourself every day what it is. Remind yourself. I love to write. I can write and write and write. I just adore writing. So I was gifted this from my husband for Christmas. So I made this my Bloom Bible. Everything that I did throughout the year, blooming wise, I put it in here. Well, I thought I was going to keep it in here. I ended up keeping it in my A5 planner there when I got it. So it kind of got moved. But, so what you do, if for my planner girls, my journal girls, all those who have planners and stuff, you guys just make one page. Either you can do the cover page, what I recommend, because it's going to remind you to look at it. You're going to know, this is my word, this is what I got to focus on today, on top of my to-do list. So write down the word and then put other words that will help you see this word out. So my word was bloom. I'm going to mature. I'm going to thrive. I'm going to open myself to all possibilities. I'm going to see progress in everything that I do, and I'm going to grow. So all of these words is what I focused on to keep my word of the year. And then obviously you have the normal little decorations that Kat does. And then obviously, mark out each day. I put up here, Kat, you need to remember to bloom. So just little reminders. And guys, you can do this too. This is nothing only for a woman to do. A guy can totally do this. 100%. The word of the year is not just made for women. I mean, women came up with it, but it's not only for women. A guy could totally pick one word and just dive into it. Focus on it every day. Get a journal, get a little notebook. Get a little notebook that you can keep in your pocket. You can keep in your briefcase. Write down that word and write down other words that you're going to focus on to help you reach your word of the year. So right here, I just wrote down scriptures that I focused on every day to keep me blooming. So, okay, I'm going to make this pretty short so it's not too long. If you have any questions at all about this, make sure you communicate with me in the comments because I will get back to you as soon as I see it. And if you have any more suggestions for the audience here, obviously leave it down in the comments too. I love to communicate and I love seeing people communicating with each other down there. It really helps this ministry grow. So, all right, remember, be a creative tool in your Father's art box today. I love you all, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye.